Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Game Time Go, where last episode we finally made it to Mr. Drippy's world, and here we are, roaming around. We are told by Mr. Drippy we need to go over there where that castle is in the far, I guess in the middle, kind of the screen. Yeah, now it's in the middle. After last episode saying that we needed a better wand to be able to cast more powerful magic, and we also got thrown into our first battle with Ruff. So, that was pretty interesting. You got to see some of the mechanics of the gameplay, and off screen, I was attacked like twice just standing here, so I leveled up to level 2. So, but anyway, if you guys like this episode, consider buying the game. It was a different experience for one that plays it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into Red. So let's play. Let's see. Let's go see Ding Dong Dale. I think that's what it's called. So, oh Knickers, there's something I forgot to tell you. What's that, Mr. Drippy? Here in my world, you can use the R to change your viewpoints. If you're having any trouble with the controls, go to settings in your main menu and have a fiddle with them. Why, thank you, Mr. Drippy. You can switch vibration on and off there as well, ain't it? Speaking personally, I have it on. A rumble just ain't it rumble. Without a bit of a rumble, is it? Nice wordplay. Now, I know this is a lot to take in, Oli boy, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I guess. So, I think I figured that out myself, sir, when I was doing that with the screen. So anyway, it's just kind of a natural thing in games now to be able to use the analog stick to move stuff around, but let's see what Ding Dong Dale brings to us. What new adventures?
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Then you better cure him, ain't it, Ollie boy? It's time to mend your first broken heart. Mend it, but how do I do that? Well, you can't do it just yet. There's a couple things we'll be needing. But I know an old man who's got just what we need. Proper useful I am, eh? An old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? He lives in the woods to the north of here. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why they call it Deep Dark Woods. Makes sense, I guess. So we need to go to the Deep Dark Woods, and my question is, this guy seems fine and dandy. Huh? 1, 2, 1, 2. You want to enter town, do you? Well, I'm afraid that's impossible at the moment. It's my colleague, you see. He's the one in charge of letting people in, but recently he's just been refusing to do it. He says he can't be bothered. Let's try to talk to the colleague. Nice reply. So he's the guy in charge of letting people in, and they seem to have a good little population here. I wonder why they're not letting anyone in. Mama, I need a pee-pee. Haha. Anyway, oh dear, I do hope they let us in soon. I need to buy these ingredients for my husband's favorite dinner. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on to the Deep Dark Woods. So, if I'm correct in saying, oops, no. There we go. So Deep Dark Woods are up here. Alright, so I guess we'll have some encounter battles here, because if you know anything about RPGs, you have to do battles to keep up with the time. So, let's try to do another battle with one of these guys. Second battle on screen.
Let's go!
Fourth battle in general, if I'm not mistaken. Bartender? Bartender. Bartender. Bartender, that's what I'm gonna call you. Oh, close to level 3, I guess. You got a good bit of gold to go at it, so it's not bad. And these are the guys they say that charge right at you. What's that, an armadillo? Did I get a surprise attack? Tell me I got a surprise attack.
We can do this!
Rhinosaur. Rhinosaur. Ah, you missed. Ah, gotcha. Give you a spanking. Rhinosaur. I think that's enough of battles for now. So, let's go ahead and continue on, and hopefully we won't get into any more battles if we're careful enough. Let's try to avoid the rough and the bartender. Huh. That is your new nickname. Bartender. A lot of weird animals here. That leaf looking thing, or that ring, whatever that is. I forgot what they're called here. Ah, he's coming for me. You look like an onion ring, sir. Anyway, run away. 2 onion rings, 3 onion rings. I got a whole combo meal here. Ah. Fourth one, you want to join? Feels like I'm going to Sonic and buying the onion rings with a burger. But anyway, damn, you spotted me from a long way. Oh, you're fast. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn around because I don't want him to attack me from the back. A minor bird.
Watch this!
Okay, you're doing something. Ah, you can do magic. Might have been a bad idea to attack you, sir. And you seem to be strong as well, so. Gotcha. Drop any health, please. And that leads me to level 4, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, never mind. Didn't take me to level 4. I know there was something hiding around here, so I don't. There's another guy around here, so we're getting close. Kind of. Yeah, I knew there was something. There was a rhinoceros. Rhinosaur. Rhinoceros? Rhinosaur. I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing these names. But anyway, I'll just make stuff up. The deep dark woods. Forest of the fairies' tales. Look at that. It's a waystone. They're useful. Waystone? Yeah, man. They're these ancient stones, see? You can use them to store a record of your adventure so far. It's a wild place like the forest is, and so on. You can just plunk yourself on the nearest rock and write your story down. But why not? Why not? He says. Give me strength, man. Because they're crawling with horrible beasties in it. They are. That sounds kind of scary. You'll get used to it, man. Just remember, you can't go recording your progress on any old wear. Allow me to explain a little more. Touch a waystone, and your health and magic power will be fully restored. Not bad, huh? Ah. So there's save points and restorative points. And that's not all, man. These little beauties also let you save your progress. A traveler's best friend they are. Which is why you should stop at every waystone you see and make good use of it. Better safe than sorry, ain't it? Sure, Mr. Drippy. Tidy. That's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as your word. Righto. Next stop, the old man of the woods. So, ooh, restored health. You want to save? No, I think I'll risk it for now. I'm restored, topped up with MP and everything, so I don't think Oliver knows any spells at this point, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm following Mr. Drippy because he seems to be leading the way, and he's got a flashlight on his nose, so always follow the guy with the flashlight or lamp.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me!
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it. Did you bark ship?
Well, well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah! Clean forgot I did. He's right, Dolly boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yeah, familiars. Here in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only gonna get bigger and meaner. So, you're gonna need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
Okay, but Mr. Drippy, there's no spell named Form Familiar here. You what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem that it is missing more than a few of its pages. Really? Nickus. So, does that mean I can't cast the spell? Ho ho ho. I'm not as powerless as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. Cool, so you drop pages. Does it hurt? You received a page describing the Form Familiar spell. Thank you very much, Old Father Oak. But simply possessing the page for a particular spell is no guarantee that you'll be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wizards, such is life. Don't worry about that for now, Mon. Just give Form Familiar a go, will ya? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. So, Form Familiar. Form Familiar summons forth a familiar from the caster's heart to fight besides them.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he'll be coming with us. Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier, ain't it? Here, you better give a little fellow a name, eh? So you can name him, and his name is Mighty. Mighty. What should I name this guy? I'll name him after myself, I guess. He's a chip off the old block. So we'll just add this onto him. Oliver. We can't let you set off into the wild with only the withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells to aid you in battle. The first is restorative incognation, known as the Healing Touch. You received the page describing the Healing Touch spell. Tidy. That's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventurer. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes, all gone in a jiffy with the Healing Touch. Gee, you make it sound like I'm going to get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Drippy. Next, I'll give you the gift of the Blazing Inferno Fireball. Shoots a little ball of fire, that one does. Plant-based beasties flipping hate fire, man. Even old Treeface here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? You would never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, Old Father Oak. Unless I have to. Now boy, you can press square at any time to open your spell menu. While a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time, Fireball is meant primarily for the use in battle. That said, the most unexpected of spells can prove incorporably useful given the right set of circumstances. Noble problems call for noble situations after all. If you find yourself at something of a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. You can now use the spell menu.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes.
Teeny
Watch
Bopper
this!
A and Teeny Bopper B. Ah, nice names. Righty, old boy. It's time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you've got to pick who's going to fight out of you and your little friend. You've gone to the trouble of making him, so would you best give him a go, eh? Select him, will you go? Alright. Look at Mr. Drippy looking all tough.
Here goes!
Alright, so now. Tidy. Now let's send him into the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, see the circle in the top left there? That's your familiar stamina gauge. What that does is show you how much longer he can fight for, see? The longer you keep him in on the go, the shorter stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, that means the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? So before that happens, you have to call him back to you for a bit of a rest, like. Oh, and there's something else about familiars you should know. See the little mark by here? That's his sign. Ah, I see. I see. They seem to be the same sign. It's sort of like a star sign, except there's only 4 of them. Sun, moon, star, and planet. Sun, moon, star, and planet. So I'm guessing these guys are sun, just by the way it looks. And like star signs, different ones get on better. You can use that to help you in battle. Next, let's talk about tricks. They're proper powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. And just like spell, they cost MP to use. You can see the cost written next to them. Cut Loose, 10 MP. But what you've got to remember is that you and your familiar share MP and HP. So if familiar uses a trick or takes a big hit, it's your MP or HP they'll suffer. Crikey, that's a long old lesson, eh? Righto, let's finish with the top tip, shall we? Your familiar stamina is always going down, so you'll need to swap with him regularly. You can do that anytime you like by pressing L1, ain't it? L1, okay, I'll remember that. Now I'm going to stop talking before I put you both to sleep. It's your turn to sing for your super. Go on. Boy Batch. I don't know what, I think I read that completely wrong. So, okay, stop hitting my guy. Come on, little buddy. See what you got, Paul. Don't make me look bad. Yeah, take him on. Ah, you missed.
Nice.
Got him. What happened there? I think you counted. Actually, before you go, yeah, get that. Let's try Cut Loose. Oh, you're still standing. Okay, let's switch out and get ourselves in there. No, don't hit him yet, because we gotta get the MP. There's another one over here. Got it. So I leveled up to level 3. I'll ever reach level 3. Got some more HP, got some more MP, attack went up, defense went up. And so it seems to level up by itself instead of having us pick. And then Mighty, or Paw, has gone up as well. So now you know how to fight with a familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you'll need to learn when to let your familiar loose and when to take control yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Drippy. Beast. Oh, and when he's not fighting, the little fellow can be found taking it easy in the creature's cage. In the creature's cage, you can show your faithful familiar with delicious treats. There's all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will improve their abilities, and the other ones that can even teach them new tricks tidy. Feed the little blighters enough of what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow, meaning you can boost their abilities even more. Careful now. Careful not to stuff them to a full of sweets, though they'll end up getting full up. Adortion in moderation. That's the key. It's probably a lot to get to your head around, but just remember that the creature's cage is where you look after your familiars, and take it from there, ain't it? The creature's cage. Got it. I promise to look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. The creature's cage is now accessible from the main menu. Oh, I almost forgot. We had something we wanted to ask you, your trunkiness. There's a guard down in Ding Dong Dell, and he's broken-hearted, see? Broken-hearted, you say? Shadar's evil spreads still further. So, you will be needing... That we will. Your Okitude. They're quick. You are. You have still got it, ain't it? Oh ho ho, patience, young Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey. You've not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it? The innocence. I put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up there. That's all. Ah, while I seek it out, I'll have a favor to ask of you. What? I did mention we're in a flipping hurry, didn't I? We haven't got time to go. Mr. Drippy, we should help old Father Oak. He gave us the spells, didn't he? Ah, how very refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. Alright. I get the flipping message. Go on. What is it you need us for? Well, it's the guardians of these woods, you see. The guardian, hey, what's up with the old fellow? I'm afraid he's become rather unruly of late, and he is neglecting his duties. Well, that's not good, is it? We'd better help you sort him out then, eh? The guardian, he sounds kinda tough. Too right he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie. But you've got a familiar on your side now, man. He'll be fine. And besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you can't back out of a bit of a light guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. How very kind of you. The guardian can be found in the deepest part of the woods beyond the Whispering Waterfalls. I wish you luck. Why, thank you, kind Mr. Oak. First, spells, now familiars. You're turning into a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Now then, why don't you take a closer look at your new mate, eh? How do I do that, Mr. Drippy? It's a piece of cake, man. Now listen up. If you look in the main menu, you'll see Friends and Familiars. That's where you'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiar bud abilities. It looks a bit complicated, and there are a fair few options kicking about in there, to be fair, but you'll soon get the hang of it, man. Now, you're still new to this wizarding lark, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? But keep fighting monsters and eventually you'll get stronger. We call that leveling up, see? You'll probably make some new mates before long and all, so be sure to take a closer look at them, like I showed you. You got it, Mr. Drippy. Your friends and familiar are now accessible from the main menu. So, with that, I leave you here for this episode, guys, after we got our first familiar, and now we're off to do a favor for old Father Oak. As you can tell, we have to go somewhere down there to take care of the guardian of this forest. So, remember guys, if you guys like this video, consider buying the game. It was a different experience from when that plays it. And without further ado, I leave it here for this episode. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for a brand new episode of No Kuni. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.